Hello everyone, and welcome once more to Shoopy Worlds. Today we'll start with a big thanks to all of our friends who watched and shared our first video, and another thank you to everyone that subscribed. Since this is a world building channel, videos will be interconnected, so if you did not watch our previous video where we invented our first alien, you can do that right here where the link of the previous video appears. Okay, so today we'll continue exactly where we left off last time, drawing more alien races. Some of them may end up as important characters, or they can just be simple avatars representing a race that plays a supporting role in the main story for this world. But, as last time, we'll not go into the deep end yet. Let's just draw. I did some small improvements to how the helmet is attached to the suit. I did some better organization of the layers so that I can really produce a few faces fast. I copy-pasted those organized layers, similar to the template we shared with you in the comments of the previous video. Then I started with a very different looking face. This guy has a much smaller face, even though the head is more or less the same size as our previous alien. What I wanted to achieve here was to actually symbolize that the facial features of this race are much less important because that is not what is appealing for them. Instead, much of the space of his or her head are taken by those swollen yellow glands. Maybe, as the intellectual skills rise, the size of the glands also increases, and that is more appealing and attractive for males or females of that race. As agreed, I'm not going deep into details yet. I added these color dots and spots to enable me in the future to say that, okay, there are actually many variations of this same alien and many skin colors as we have with our human race. Okay, once that was done, I was thinking maybe just by looking at this alien that he can be involved in science. He looks a little bit scientific. He has this nice smile and his focused eyes. And these aliens can take the roles of experts and scientists in many different fields of this world. Okay? I changed the helmet tint to red for that one, and I started immediately going in a whole other direction with the next alien. So while with the previous two races I tried to go with something unique, now I'm pushing myself to create a very simple design with something very known to everyone. A simple circular head with one eye. I just placed two mouths instead of one, just for fun. Positioned them in a strange location on his head. Added a funny haircut. And because we talked about the customization of the AU suit with our first design in our first video, I added two mouthpieces for his two mouths so that he can talk and be heard simultaneously out of his two mouths. I did some wrinkles to make him look older than the other races. And my initial thoughts are completely opposite from the previous alien because I wanted him to be from a history of war and maybe be a representation of some warrior race. Added human style teeth and played around with his hair much longer than I should have. Since his yellow skin nicely dominated the space, I went with a green tint on the glass. Pretty much satisfied with the result, you know. The next one. Well, this guy started as a cylinder because I wanted him to be a complete robot from a robotic race. But then I remembered about the big eye of the previous alien and I thought I have used all eye sizes by now except the smallest human eye. So I went with a very small face and a reptile skin, and there I had it. A reptile cyborg just appeared in my drawing. I liked this design the least of all, to be honest, but I finished it anyhow, since liking something is always connected to what we can relate with as human beings, and we relate to something that reminds us of, well, ourselves. As I thought about this topic, I said, well, maybe it is good that I don't like this design, since if I can't relate with it, then it means it is truly different and truly alien. This was the moment when I started liking this alien design very, very much. Added some 3D things because it looked a little bit flat, some highlights, and that was that. I changed the tint of the glass once more to be different than the others. Added some shadows, and voila. Now it's always good to have all of the drawings side by side, and when I look at all of them, I'm quite happy with the result. They look very different, and what I'm afraid of is that I'm having too much fun doing them. And this means that I can be doing videos like these forever. And that's not the point, because there are many things to cover in world building, and there are many things to draw and create and invent. So we'll do something completely different in our next video, and we'll just be happy with the amount of races that we have by now. Of course, if you draw any additional races in the template we've given you in the previous video, we'll be happy to include 1 or 2 more races. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing and liking this video only if you really liked it. This will help us in create more content and taking this new world farther. See you in the next one.